Thank you for watching, liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing right now.
Hello world, I'm Chris Pirillo, and this is the Locker Gnome Daily Report, or TLDR for short, your daily dose of tech news, gadget views, and answers that you can use. The Locker Gnome Daily Report is brought to you by GoToAssist from Citrix with all the IT support tools you need integrated into one cloud-based product. Easily log incidents and resolutions with Service Desk. Quickly troubleshoot problems with GoToAssist's remote support and set proactive alerts through GoToAssist monitoring so you're first to know about any issues. For a free 30-day trial, visit GoToAssist.com, click the Try It Free button, and use the promo code Pirillo. J.J. Abrams set to direct the next Star Wars movie? That guy looks exactly like me! Or do I look like him? He's gotta be the luckiest guy in the universe, being able to direct Star Trek and Star Wars? Hello! Here's a question submitted on LockerGnome.com by David Corbin. I spend a lot of time driving and I leave my devices and electronics in my car. Is it bad to leave your devices out in a vehicle in cold weather? Yeah! It is. I don't know if you have ever seen the details on any gadget box telling you the operating temperatures. There is such a thing as too hot and too cold. Watch out! Leaving a phone in the car for about 10 minutes shouldn't do it any damage, but if you keep it there for a long time, then you gotta watch out. Of course, another problem with leaving your devices in the car is that they could get stolen. So my answer to you is no, it's not safe. How IT administrators disable USB ports in offices. Some smart ways include changing the BIOS settings, turning off USB altogether, or potentially disabling the USB ports from the device manager. A not so smart way would involve some amount of gum being shoved into a port. Bad idea. Yet some administrators do that. You might want to slam on the brakes, because we have some Handbrake video encoding tips for you. Nate Thibodeau told us that he's been using Handbrake, and it's still a product that I recommend, especially when someone sends me a disk that I want to rip into a digital video file. There's no easier or more cost-effective way of doing that than with Handbrake. Ultimately, it depends on what you want. A smaller file size or a higher quality file. Very rarely do you get one and the same. I used to be all about saving space because I only had one 420 megabyte hard drive back in the day. But now, why not go for quality? If you mess around with some sliders, you'll be able to figure it out, but we've got a few guidelines for you if you've never used Handbrake before. You even heard of Handbrake? And speaking of video files, home media servers, backing up and sharing files made easy. Someone asked for my recommendations, and I've used PogoPlug in the past. I used Tonito as well, and there are many vendors out there that offer storage options for you to use and easily access from anywhere. I'm the kind of guy that's kind of eschewed a lot of home media storage, opting for storing files in the cloud, various cloud services out there. Still, I think bridging the gap is a safe bet. I'm probably going to live even more in the cloud when I have kids, because I don't want to manage media files independently. That's just kind of a pain in the neck. Do you guys still do that? Everyone has a favorite home media server solution. What's yours? The user known as Zombie Snare submitted this. My dad doesn't want me to get a windowed case for my next PC build because he says computers give off a lot of electrical interference that can mess up a lot of nearby electronics. But I don't know, maybe he's just sensitive to electromagnetic radiation. I don't know if a case is necessarily going to make that better or worse. Certainly, it shouldn't stop you from getting a window in your case, so long as, your case is enclosed, because you got the whole airflow thing to worry about. Otherwise, it's overheating, and that's probably going to cause more of a problem than electromagnetic interference. That being said, when you've got a radio emitting a signal, well, that's going to be bouncing around, and it's going to cause some interference, especially if you have things operating on the same spectrum. But your microwave is more likely to disrupt your Wi-Fi signal than your PC interrupt anything else. I'm speaking in generalities and of course assuming those things are operating on the 2.4 gigahertz spectrum. By the way, some cases have EMI shielding, that's electromagnetic interference shielding, sprayed on at manufacturing. You could always look into those options if you're worried. Unlocking cell phones becomes illegal Saturday in the US. I hope you haven't done it, or if you have done it, don't tell anybody that you've done it because it's illegal now? Nokia confirms PureView was officially the last Symbian phone. Well, I guess I'm gonna have to get used to you guys eventually. Google creating a wireless network. But for what? They're creating a wireless network? Really? Would you sign up for that? If given the chance, I would use Google as my ISP, if only because I know they're all about speed. That, and they would probably be a lot more affordable than my current ISP. If only I could convince them to drop fiber into my neighborhood. It's not gonna happen anytime soon. Would you use Google as your ISP? What if they gave you access for free and all you needed to do is sign up for a Google Plus account? Would that convince you? Finally, introducing the $99 Linux supercomputer. Not to be confused with Raspberry Pi, this is actually based on a Kickstarter campaign that was successful in raising just shy of $1 million, the Parallella computer. Computers are getting smaller, faster, and more affordable. Siri, what do you think about Amazon buying Ivana Software to compete against you?
Checking my sources. Would you like me to search the web for what you think about Amazon buying Ivana Software to compete against you?
No, I'd like you to give me a straight answer. Twitter's Vine app for iOS shares 6-second looping videos. Have you tried it yet? Vine is free, available for iOS right now. I've got it installed. And by the way, I'm using go.tagjag.com/air server to mirror what's happening on my iPhone screen up to my Mac. Cool. I already have people following me there. You want to see my first Vine? Let's go ahead and take a look at my profile. All right, Pixie, what do you think of this new Vine app? That's it. All right, Pixie, what do you think of this new Vine app? So will Vine be interesting to anybody? I don't know. It's kind of interesting to me. Kinda. Although I can't see myself using it all that often. I already have a vlog. Our question of the day is brought to you by GoDaddy.com. If you want to save money on anything you buy on GoDaddy, just email me first. Chris@Pirillo.com. I'll send you my latest list of coupons. And the question was asked by Oscar. Do we know the iPad 5th generation release date? Could happen as soon as April, but we really don't know. Heck, nobody even knows what the new iPad's gonna have. We do know there will be a new iPad. Does this mean you should hold your money and wait for the new one? Not necessarily, because we don't know what's going to be new. I know people who are still using their iPad too, and they're just fine with that. Okay, imagine this. The Surface Pro is rumored to be sold at $50. Well, then when the Surface Pro is released for $900, people are disappointed. Why? Not because Microsoft did anything wrong, but because they believed in rumors. Yes, it's fun to talk about what we might see in future products, but to talk about those things as if they were actually happening and spreading rumors, it's just not helping those companies at all. So hopefully I meet and exceed your expectations enough that you like and share this video as well as the other content that we've created for you. I don't know if you noticed some of those questions on LockerGnome.com, if not all of them, asked by you. This stuff that I'm doing for you every day with my LockerGnome team can only be done because you are participating. How many other channels do that? No, they just feed you the things that they feed you. I'm looking to integrate you as much as I can in the things that I do with the LockerGnome YouTube channel. So thanks again for being you. We'll see you later.